Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the live now. I just deleted the other one because it wasn't working, and now this one's not working properly. And there it goes. All right, now we're doing better. All right, guys. So as you guys come in, I'll just go ahead and start talking. And then as you guys come in a little bit later, even after you watch this live, after it posts, and when it's no longer live, it's just a video, you guys can more than welcome to comment, and I will see your comments, and I'll go ahead and respond. Um, so check this out, guys. Um, I want some constructive criticism. I want your truth and your honesty. So as you come in, I'm gonna kind of go a little bit all over the place here. I'm gonna go a little bit all over the place. Um, Look at here's I'm gonna we'll start from we'll start from the beginning. We'll start with family, guys. Family. I mean, people are living in a house. You're living in a house full of people. Maybe a mom, a dad, a brother, sister, uncle, whatever, cousin. Maybe you got one. Maybe you got 10 people in there. Who knows? You could be sitting up in a mansion somewhere in Los Angeles or Silicon Valley, and you're watching this video. And there are so many alone people. There are so many people that are just, they're separated, they're alone. And we are so accustomed to this manipulation of the entire system that we actually think it's okay to be alone. We could be 5 feet away from the next person, somebody that we love, and we're so alone. And you'll be sitting right next to them in the car, and you're so alone. You feel so detached. You feel so, it's just like it's empty, this empty sensation. Let me give you an example. And here I'm gonna throw the devil advocate from both sides. I can feel like I love my mom, I loved my brother, I love a family member, and like I want to be so involved with them. I care for them. I want to play with them. I want to I just want to enjoy the moment, just as a young man, like a young boy, a kid, or even as an adult. Hey, let's just, sit down and enjoy things. You're with your own family member, your own blood, and they just don't look at you like family. They know the label is there, but they just don't like it. They don't vibe with you like family. Like you almost have like acquaintances or coworkers that actually are more respectful and kind to you than your own blood. People are so alone and so detached. We're clearly not understanding the fact that we need each other. Guys, we need each other. And not to the extent of like a desperation, like a sadness, like, oh please, I need you, I need you. It's not like that. It's about the time, you know? It's about the hola, how you doing? Thank you for coming in, Family Dream. And some people it's like they think they have this toxic outlook on you that you're not even like, hey, what's going on, T Dubs? Welcome in, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for stopping in. All you guys, don't forget to give a thumbs up as you come in. Shout out whatever you want to. Ask any questions as if you want to. I'm happy to see you guys in here. I'm grateful for you. But I'm talking today just about family, friends, relationships. What isn't it like what I just got here? Yeah. So basically, I'm just talking about like being alone and even in the same room with your own family, with this person that you love, you feel so detached. You could be on this wave of, you could be on this energy where you like love this person or you care for this person, or this is like your boy or this is your girl. Like, you would die for this person. You would just really like you would lay it down for this person. And is it a bad idea to have like 5 shots of like whiskey before I go to work? Yeah, Marcus, don't do that, brother. You don't need to do that. You know that, Marcus. That's a good question. Any questions are welcome. But no, Marcus, you don't want to do that. Give a thumbs up for Marcus not taking a shot of whiskey before he goes to work. Give a thumbs up for Marcus not taking a shot of whiskey before he goes to work. Shout out to Ben. Yes, okay, I get you. Good one. That's a good one. And yeah, man, people are just so detached. I even got that way with my brother. My brother, when I was telling him when I was going through, when I was losing everything, and it really like it was like a punch in the gut, and I had to almost remind him, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm about to be homeless. Like I'm losing everything. Right on, man. I'm losing everything, and I can't believe I'm going through the most difficult times of my life. Like I need you right now of anything, like for anything, like some type of support. Like I've always been there for you. I supported you. I put shelter over you. I gave you money. I've been there for you, and for I've never asked anything of you, and for this one moment in time, like I need some help from you. You're my brother, And he was like, "Oh man, I'm here for you. If you need anything, you can always give me a call. You can always give me a call." And that's when it was like a punch in my stomach. It was like a punch in my stomach. I like and subscribe. You got this. Keep shining, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Love you too, man. I appreciate that. God bless you. Appreciate you. And and that was like and I mean, this is my blood brother. Like we've broke bread together. I'm here for you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And we broke bread together. We've cried together. We've bled together. This is my brother. And that was a punch in the gut. And he was so detached from the reality of what I was telling him. I had to like tell him, Matt, you don't understand. This is what I'm going through right now. And then I had my ex-wife do something to that effect. And we can always expect an ex-wife. I'll go into women in just a minute. I'm going to go all over the board here of loneliness and the complete detachment of reality that every human being lives in right now. Like we're completely detached from each other. We go about these days to our job sites, we go to our gatherings, our family, we even come to our own home, and you are detached to your own flesh and blood. That person that is in your same home and is walking over there from the kitchen to the bathroom, they might be thinking about killing themselves. They might be thinking about killing somebody deeply, like real thoughts and dreams of this. Like people are sickingly like walking around with these sick thoughts in their head, and it's the social media has infiltrated them to the depths of them, to a deeper level that we can't even understand yet. Like science is creating all these new terms and stuff like that, like of self-atitis. I mean, we got this new thing coming out about selfies and this selfie syndrome. God bless you. Keep shining with your inspiration. I appreciate you. God bless you, brother. I appreciate you. May God be with you every step of the way, and give you good blessings, and be with you and carry you all the way to the highest most. God bless you. Thank you. And I mean that for all of you guys. And you have no idea what this person is experiencing or feeling right now. The thing is, you don't even know what they haven't been experiencing, they haven't told you about. And we're so detached from reality. We're so detached from each other. And this love, it's not like the word is scaring people now. Like people they don't hold this sense of pride of love as a sense of pride anymore. Like we don't love like with this confidence anymore. Like I'm here to love you. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to be the best version I can for you. I'm here to push you and make things great again. And that people are afraid to even use the word love any nowadays. I remember when I was single and I was going on some dates, It was like, it was pathetic. I can read a person for the first 2 to 3 minutes. I knew it was over within the first 2 3 minutes. I knew it was over, and many times I would end it. And I'm not even going to be sorry about this. A couple times I just said, you know what, it ain't going to happen, and I walked off. I am not the most modeled, perfect looking guy in the world, but let's keep it real. Women, you know what I'm saying? I can tell. I can read you. I can read right through you. Like, ladies, I can read right through you. And I'm sure many of you women are very intelligent as well too. You can read right through a man as well. But not every man who's walking through the door is trying to get into that and getting into your pants. You know, some of us have some dignity and some good character and good morals about us. And that's what with the disconnection between people. And we think that, oh, he needs me. No, we need each other as humanity. We need each other to grow and thrive and live. You know, I recently recently I felt so I never felt more like humbled, you know. Dorothy, thank you so much. You know, you're sweet for that. I appreciate that. And thank you. And I know you are as well too, 10 times greater than anyone. And keep your head up, and you're a queen. And I know that I was humbled recently. You know, many times I lived my life, and I busted my ass, and I've always worked like two, three jobs. At one very short amount of time, I was working four jobs. But then, even when I had my own business and I was running my own business, and it was becoming successful, I even had a part-time job just to get the insurance, because we know how insurance was during that time. It was about 6 years ago. It was ridiculous. Getting insurance was like, having another newborn baby in the hospital. It was actually your life insurance. And so and 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 I had a part-time job just to keep the insurance, and but I was running my business and things were going good. And I always felt as though, thanks, I get it. Yeah. And and I wanted to take care of somebody. I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be a husband. I wanted to be relied on. I wanted someone to need me. I wanted someone to need me, say, "Hey, Rocky, I need you. Like, I'm there for you. Like, I want to be there for you. What can I do? What can I do? I'll lay it down for you. I'll break my back for you." Like, I wanted to love somebody, and I wanted to show it through through action. And it felt so good to do that. And then the world has changed, and it's changed over time. And now we can't even the word even is scaring people. Man, I love you for that. Whoa, whoa. Hey, you love me? Like, what do you love me? Calm down. Like, whoa, we're moving too fast here. What's wrong with love? Hey, I don't like, I can walk out the door and I see a beautiful couple, young or old, it doesn't matter how beautiful that is. You should be inspired by that, and feel love in your heart by those things. That type of beautiful energy should move you. It should it should feel good to see that. But no, we get this high off of looking at social media and just like and flicking away. And I was at the DMV for hours. You already know how many hours you can sit at the DMV, and I read people. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you're that type of person, but I can go in public and I can just sit and stare at people, and I can see what they're thinking. You can almost create the conversation with that. Like, I already know the way the conversation is going to go by approaching them, because I already see the way they're thinking and feeling. You can see who's insecure and who's not. And many times the insecurity is actually is outward expressions with tattoos and makeup and piercings and sexiness and all this other stuff. There's a lot of insecurity out there. And so I know I'm going all over the place, but I want to go all over the place tonight, because we're detached. We're not. And I want to poke at every little topic, because we're not connected with each other. And the center and the core of us is love, and we need each other. And yes, that I say that confidently. We need each other on this earth. We need kindness. We need each other's smile. We need each other's beautiful energy. We need each other's. We you need to represent yourself. Represent yourself to yourself. When you wake up in the morning, look at yourself. How are you going to represent yourself to the world? And how you're representing yourself to yourself is a representation to the world and is a reflection to how they're going to reflect upon that. You surround yourself with a bunch of thugs and gangsters, you will become a thug and gangster. If you surround yourself with a bunch of prostitutes and hoes, you're going to become a prostitute and a hoe. You may think that you're better than now. You want to speak all this godly stuff, and now the word of God has become commercialized and advertisement, and now we use it to sway our power and manipulate conversations. Are you really godly? I'm not here to preach the word of God to you, but I'm just saying, whatever you choose, if it's your beautiful, however, whatever your beautiful God is, and I'm gonna say, with respect to all the gods, they all have a chair at my table, all of them. I love them all, as I love all men and women, and I say that with confidence. And I'm heterosexual. I'm just not about no. I'm leaning towards a man or a woman or this and that. I say that with confidence that men need to be loved, even from your own brother, from your own sister. Many of us haven't even had a good mother. We need a good. Yes, thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate you, Queen. You're a queen, and that's what we should be calling each other, kings and queens. That's the way we should be talking to each other. That's the way we should be looking at each other. What happened to this disconnection? We're completely disconnected. We're so connected on social media that we're disconnected with our consciousness for each other and our love for each other. Your queens, your kings, whatever your beautiful skin is, whatever size you are, whatever your hair color is. You don't have to be your best when you walk out the door. But if you do, that's great. Do it for yourself. Love yourself. How beautiful you are. Your natural beauty. Man or woman. I'm talking to you too, guys. You clean up your beard. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of your stature. Be proud of who you are. Walk confidently. Know that you're a protector of the earth if something happens. You know? It's and I appreciate that. Thank you, Dorothy. But yeah, man, we're so disconnected. We're so disconnected. And I don't let it bother me too much, but sometimes it's overwhelming, you know? It's so overwhelming. It's every single place. One of my coworkers, she's a sweetheart. She's really, really nice. And then many times she is constantly assuming, she is always assuming the worst of me. And I feel like I constantly need to correct her. And I'm just like, why do you just constantly assume the worst out of somebody? Like I thought, we're cool with each other, but you're just like, I'm cool with you, but you constantly have to see the negative or something that's not even realistic. It's not even happening out of someone like me. And I just don't understand it. Have I ever came off to you that way? And she will be thinking something that is not happening, not said, something that is not reality. It's like she's completely disconnected from the reality of what's happening right at that moment. I'm like, this is not happening, what you're saying. Like, where are you getting this from? Like, where in that mind are you creating these thoughts from? It's just really, really, it's complete disconnection. And it's at every level. It's at every level. You can walk into a room now and everybody wants to kind of read somebody else. Everybody wants to look at somebody else and try to read another person, and maybe they can care less. A lot of people have this wonderful like talk. Can I come to your house now? I'm from Afghanistan? Yeah, sure. Why not, Marcus? I think actually you can even let's see here. I think there's there's a button on here where you can actually join into my live if you wanted to. You can even join in my live. So if you guys chime in, I'll actually I'll have to look at the account first to see it's not like a bot, and then I'll go ahead and approve the live if you guys want to come on in. Come down a bit if you're getting way too frustrated, and I don't want you to cry because I hate seeing people cry. Oh, thank you, Dorothy. You know what? Thank you for that. I am a crier. Sometimes I do. I want to do it. Yeah, why not? You're from Afghanistan? Good. Okay, cool. Um, that's good, Marcus. That's great. Do you live there now? Or are you actually you here in California? Because I'm in California. And I think and if there should be a an option to actually go live with me if you want to. I'm not sure if the thing's still up, but I did choose that option on this video, on this live video. So yeah, man, getting more connected, you know, because there's so much of a disconnection with people, right? There's so much of a disconnection. It's really, really sad. I want to tell you, I want to tell you a little bit about the things that I never tell anybody, and I never tell anybody. And I want you guys to go ahead and share your stories if you guys have ever done anything before to help people that needed help, and also share your story, and we'll talk about it. Um, I never share this information with anybody because I think, I mean, I've recently been getting more and more into the Bible, and I feel as though it's important not to boast about the things that you do. I know I'm probably doing that now as I'm going to let you know about this, but I never ever told anybody about this because I didn't want it. I didn't want praise for it. I didn't want to be celebrated for it. And so I'm not asking for celebrations or anything like that, but I want to share this with you um, to sh- to to just kind of put it out there that this is it's important to do these things and not look for praise, right? So I experienced homelessness, as some of you may know already if you're been subscribers for a long time. I experienced homelessness from my after my divorce and after my heart attack, and I'm still recovering. It's really really tough, and I have in the description as well too to if you want to donate, you're more than welcome to. I have donation buttons on the front page of my YouTube channel. If you ever want to donate, I would be greatly appreciated. It would really really help out a lot. And if you can't, that's okay. But I do know what that feels like, and I remember the experience, and it was painfully lonely. It was painful, and when I just started getting some ground to get out of homelessness and just getting getting a little bit back on track where I can just get out of homelessness again, I would know that if once I came into just a little chunk of change, I wanted to help people. And so the past, not this last Christmas, but the two Christmases prior before the 2023 Christmas, in 2022 and 2021, I literally went and bought like $200 worth of like fast food. I got McDonald's, and another time I got McDonald's also the second time, but it was different. Um, and it was like a bunch of kids meals. But I spent a chunk of money the first time, and I didn't know what I was doing or what I was going to do with it. I just knew I just wanted to buy $200 worth of food. I had extra $200, and I was like, you know what? Um, I could sit at home tonight and just TV, or I can go out and have fun and spend this $200. And I decided to said, you know what? Instead of going out and having fun, I'm going to go out and have fun and give away this $200. And you know what? Just giving them money sometimes it wasn't enough. I wanted to fill their stomach with food, something warm. So I went out and got McDonald's, and I headed out to the major city over here in the Bay Area. Um, it was San Jose location, and I went under the bridges, and I actually I fed the homeless, and I handed out food. I walked in there by myself, just completely by myself. I pulled my vehicle over off the side of the road, off of the emergency exit, and I just walked out there with these big, huge bags of like food. And it was dark. I mean, it was really, really dark. I'm talking like after like 11 o'clock. Can you flash the camera? Mm, hmm. I'm not sure what you mean. Um, but but yeah, and I walked out there, and I got to tell you, there was this huge smell of just like I guess under the bridge, um, just like dirt, rot, garbage. But it was this strong stench of like meth and chemical. Like they were smoking out there, and a lot of people have drug addictions. And I just went out there and just like talking to them. I would say more than 70% of them, I didn't even see their face, and they were standing right in front of me. And you could hear their voices, and they were just all scared and just thankful and grateful. And not once did I feel afraid. I felt like I belonged there. I felt like I was supposed to be there, you know? And I was handing food out, and they were like, "Hey, can I have another?" I was like, "Yeah, please take more, take more." And I was handing more and handing more and handing more out. I remember moving over to another location that still had some like homeless camps, and I drove over there, and I walked in there, and I remember giving some things out, some food out. There was people that were just laid out, just totally high on drugs, I think, and I was walking by them, and I was like, "Hey, I got food. You got some warm food. Are you hungry?" And like, "Hey, thank you, man." They're just reaching up, just laying there high, just eating off the ground, like, and "Do you need some more?" And I was just handing more and more, and and not once was I scared or afraid, and I felt like I belonged, and that felt so so good to do that. It felt so good. Um, I I remember the last place I visited. I was passing, and I remember I had a little bit of food left. And I remember I stopped, and there was this tree, and it was almost by this exit near this exit area. And this is over in the Bay Area near Silicon Valley. And there was a tree, and it was almost like a tent underneath the tree. And I pulled over, and I stopped and go, "Hello, I have food." And again, this is like really late at night. It's probably like past midnight by this time because I already made I made like three other stops, and I just had a little bit of food left. And the guy says, "Yes, I'm coming out right now." And the guy comes out, his wife, their baby, and they were homeless, and they were living in the tent. And I gave them food. And yo, hey Dorothy. And and yeah, and it just really it 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 blew my mind to see, a family. And he was like, "Yeah, I just hit hard times, and I can't recover, and I can't recover." And I just looked at him, and I almost saw myself in him. I said, "Yeah, I know I know how it feels. It's so freaking hard to recover from anything these days. Even if no matter how high of success the ladder that you've reached, like myself, it's so hard to recover from something." And that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. Um, and I remember when I had some, I even when I needed help, I still was helping others, and that just meant more to me. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just felt so connected at that time. I felt like that made me feel more connected and more bonded with, um, I guess, my higher purpose, my higher calling to God. And then also, it just made me more connected to people in general, because people need help. It doesn't matter what level of life they came from, and people need help. I still need help to this very day. I'm, I need a lot of help, and and it's really, really fucking hard to recover from anything. And yeah, so being connected. So I started off this first live. If you're just coming in a little bit late, the first maybe 25 minutes, I start talking about how disconnected we are. And towards the end of this, I started to transition on how I felt like I was more connected with other people and what I did, and what I do privately or what I've done privately. And I've never talked about before, but this is the first time I shared it because I don't really want to boast or get any prize or praise for it. I just wanted to do it genuinely out of the kindness of my heart. And Dorothy, yes, if you're still there, more than welcome to speak and say something, and I'll answer if you have any questions. Marcus, you as well too, and anyone else that comes in, even if you're watching the live afterwards, feel free to comment, and I'll be happy to uh, to comment below. Um, so yeah, um, basically, yeah, we need each other, guys. We can't stop trying to stay connected with each other. The more we're connected to our electronic devices, to AI, the more we're connected to social media, the more we become disconnected with each other. Guys, I gotta tell you, um, guys are becoming very, very fucking weak. We're becoming so, so weak. And it's because of our weakness and our timidness, because we're afraid to scare a woman off, or you're afraid to say the wrong thing to a woman, and women think they have the right to just like explode or snap on you, and they don't. Men don't, and we should not, and women should not as well too. And we've almost given almost we've aided that reaction towards ourselves as men, and it's just not healthy. We should not accept that type of talk from anybody. You wouldn't. I don't think a parent would not accept that from their own child. I don't think any human being should accept some type of vulgar or aggressive, snap talking back, like with aggression. I don't think anybody should be talking to anybody like that. It's just not healthy. Um, and let's see here, Michelle. And so, for guys, I want to say, I don't want to be careful about this. I want to just say it how I think of it. I don't have anything planned to how I want to say this, but guys, you know what? It's somewhat our fault that women are the way they are. And not all women are bad. They're not all bad. Okay. There's plenty of beautiful women out there that are great mothers, beautiful women, entrepreneurs, and they're beautiful queens. But the ones that are kind of on the wall, walking the line of being, disrespectful and rude and cheaters, and then trying to be good women, they're like playing both sides of the field, left and right, and they're just not 100% in with being a queen and with good character morals. In many cases, men, if we are leaders, if we are kings of our castle and leaders of society, if, if we lead, they will follow. And I'm not saying that women should be following, but what I am saying is that if we look at them as queens, talk to them like queens, treat them like queens, and tell them what is right and tell them what is wrong, then they will respond as if though, and it's so important to it's so important to speak to people as if though we want to be spoken to. We should represent our communication and represent ourselves to the same capacity we wish to be represented. What we envision others to be is what we envision with ourselves. This world is a mirror. Your vision and the way you speak to somebody is exactly the vision that you have for yourself. So if you're going to belittle somebody, or let's say, for example, if you're going to degrade somebody or sexualize somebody to the point where you're looking at their behind, you're looking at their breasts, you're looking at the, oh damn, check that out. Oh, look at that. If you're constantly sexualizing, well, a woman knows the actual thoughts that are going through a man's mind when they're looking at them like that. And when they experience that type of, they experience that and they can see it in your eyes. Well, basically, we're asking for that. They know they're being looked at that way. So what happens then if that gathers the attention, if their sexuality gathers the attention, if their sexuality has gained the power in society or provokes power within men or within decision making, then they will use their sexuality to sway the power of decisions and sway the power of relationships. So, in a sense, we are almost doing it to ourselves, men. So, we cannot look at women that way. And I know it may be hard for some of us to do. I myself have looked at many women. I've looked at and they're attractive, and even as a young man, I'll be like, "Dang, check that out! Oh my goodness!" Like and that. But I'm just saying, like, we can't always do that. You can't do that. It's backfires against you because then you are that young man that was constantly sexualizing women and looking down at women and thinking like, oh, look at her boobs and look at her butt and look at this, that, talking to your boys that way, and you guys surrounded yourselves that way, and we constantly sexualizing women, and here you are 5 to 10 years later, and because you've groomed your surroundings and society to be sexualized, you have now a sexualized woman who thinks that way and uses the power of sexualization to sway and make decisions in her life. And she will cheat on you because that's the way her world is. Her world has groomed her that way. And who created that world? Well, very much you have to take responsibility for the creation of that world because that's the way you treated your world. And then there you are 5 to 10 years later, and you have a daughter. And now you don't want any other man to think that way about your daughter. You don't want any other man to look that way to your daughter. But there you were the last 20, 30 years looking at women that way, sexualizing them. So you really have to think about that for a second. You have to walk the walk and you have to talk the talk and you have to walk that walk that you talk. And do the work. Do the work of creating a better version of yourself. Do the work of creating good character and morals within your mind as a man. That's what I ask of you, young men. And I wish, and women are listening to this, I ask you to look at it just from the opposite end for yourself. Do the work. Sit there and you see a young lady and she's trying to show herself to you, she's trying to flirt with you. Do the work. Don't get attention from that. Turn your eyes. Think of think of the character building within you. There's something else that's more important. Just as much energy that you are attracted to and you put towards those boobs or that butt or whatever it is that you're looking at or that you're sexualizing, there is twice as much energy that could be focused somewhere else. Move your eyes. There's no reason for you to continue that pattern of behavior and create those type of that mindset and that mentality. That is why the world is changing the way it is. We have to take responsibility, kings. You have to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility. Again, we're men, right? We're men, and men are responsible for every fucking thing. Even things that are not our responsibility, you're still responsible for. And this is this is vital and important for you to understand um, your your journey through life. You have to take this responsibility that if you don't want um, if you're a man and you don't want women cheating, you don't want women to be sexualized and looked at that way or treated that way, then you cannot take part in that type of actions, those type of thinking. You can't. You don't do that. You don't do that because that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's wife, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's mother. You don't do that. And this is the type of message that I want to put out there because this is the actual thing that I do for myself now. Because there's no men that are out there actually doing that. Hey, Brian, thanks for coming in. I'm a man. Yeah, I'm a man. I know it may be hard to believe, but I know some people tell me I look like, a chair or a car, but yes, I'm a man. Um, all jokes aside, I'm a man. But yes, that's the kind of message that I want to push out there to young men is that we can't sexualize women around us and then expect them to be queens and and have good behavior because they're not. They're just adapting to their environment. They're adapting to their environment. And their environment says that if they show their butt and they show their boobs or show skin, that they have gained power and control and they can manipulate the situations and decision making. And so when we give that power to the ladies and say, here, this is how you use your power because this is how we're going to look at things. Sorry, I thought I heard some noise outside. And so by doing so, we're giving that power to women. We give that kind of power to them. That's not the power we should be delivering to them. And in, and indirectly, we are actually giving that type of negative power to ourselves. So it's actually hurting us. So here, use sexualization and manipulation and to empower your surroundings, and they'll use that against us. So, and then we're over here thinking, "Oh no, she cheated. Oh, why did this happen? And why are they, doing?" Because we're looking at them that way. We have to take responsibility for this. We need to be more connected first with yourself rather than disconnected. The more, again, I'll say this, I've said this before, I'll say it again. The more we become connected on social media, the more disconnected we will become in our relationships. And we need to stop being afraid of saying love, the word love. First, you need to learn how to love yourself. And it's okay to say, I love you. I love you for who you are, for watching, taking the time, scrolling, trying to find some way, trying to find some information. Thank you for being here. You're perfectly good, however you are. You're perfectly created. There's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're strong. Either you're a man or woman, you're masculine, you're beautiful, feminine, whatever you are, you're perfect. Perfect. Don't change a thing about you. And I thank you for being here. And we should not be afraid of the saying, I love you. You should be proud of that. I remember when I was single and I started to become, I started to build this better charactered version of myself. And I started to be proud of myself being a man of who I am. I'm being proud that I've gone through failures and I'm alive and I still survived. And I can be proud that I say, I tried to love, I tried to build a family, I tried to build a business. And all the things I succeeded in them, but there's outside entities that created the downfall of those things. And but again, I'm a man, right? And I have to take full responsibility, even for my failures. So I should be proud that I tried. Hey, at least I tried. At least I tried. You should never be down on yourself or hurt or kick yourself down that you tried to love. If it failed, that's okay. Love never failed you. So don't look down on love. Be proud that you tried to love. Love doesn't fail nobody. We fail love by not trying to love. Beyond the chaos of the world, beyond the pains of words, beyond the pains of toxic behaviors and unhealthy family trauma, we should be proud that we loved. Don't forget the thumbs up, guys. Like the video and please share if you like. Thanks for coming in and don't forget to subscribe. I love you. Thank you for being here. And and then I got back into the dating thing after my over 20 years of marriage, and I got back into dating again. And I realized, I'm older now. I'm a lot older now, but at the time when I was dating those couple of years, um, I realized I'm a lot younger looking than men my age. I look old now. I know I'm old, but I'm not trying to like toot my own horn. But I'm saying at the time that I looked a lot younger than men my age, and so I was going on many dates, actually many dates, and they were saying to me, "Wow, you don't look your age. You don't look your age." And I was dating women that were my age. I would stay within my age group, and they were saying that, and I was going on these dates, and these women were just so insecure with this heavy, heavy mounting confidence, like this overexerted confidence of of themselves. But it was by doing so, that they weren't at a balanced level with the conversation. It was like everything was like exacerbated 10 times more. Well, this and this and this and that, and I've done this and I've done that. Well, if everything was so amazing that you talk about, why are you here trying to find love again in dating? Obviously, it's okay that things did not go perfectly, but you learned from it. We learn from the ups and downs. We learn how to get back up again, and we try to find our way. And then I remember going on dates and saying, when they would ask the question, I think everybody asks this question on dates. I think, tell me if I'm wrong. I think everybody asks this question. So, what are you looking for? As anybody and everybody should ask that question. What are you looking for? Well, you know how many I got 100% of the time I got shot down or knocked for saying, well, what I'm looking for eventually, if you look at the end goal, is love. And everybody had a problem with that. Everybody has a problem with that. And here's what some of them say. Some would be honest. Well, you just don't say that in the beginning. Well, what is there like certain levels to it? I'm letting you know clear out, flat out, the main goal here is love. Like what the fuck are we like? Oh, just maybe pretend for like a date or two, or enjoy the drinks and the and and the duck liver for like this weekend's date and next weekend's date. No, if it ain't gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen. The end goal is love. What do we? What do you? Oh, my ultimate goal is just basically to lay on the beach with you a couple times at the at the boardwalk. My end goal is to basically go to the gym with you or something like. What was your end goal? Like, do you see a future for yourself? Like, do you have any like future plans for yourself? What's your end goal to your life? Well, the end goal is love, right? I mean, I plan on loving myself the whole way through my life. And if you know, and you would like to have somebody there with you, and then you have this whole, oh my God, I remember dating. And then there was this whole world out there of these people saying, well, I don't need love anymore. I don't want relationships anymore. I'm not going to marry anymore. I'm not, almost like one foot in and one foot out. You wanted to have some type of sexual relationship. You wanted to, you know, you wanted to have some type of relationship. What did you just wanted to sleep over once in a while? Just a cuddle? Like, what is this? Like, what are you doing? You're wasting your own time, you know, let alone other people's time, by not, just cuddle me on Tuesdays because Wednesdays I have Pilates and Thursdays I have yoga, and then Fridays I go out with the girls, and all the girls like, we have our ladies' night out. Oh, okay. So I see you like to, have like a single night out. So you like the single lifestyle. That's great. That's great. Well, suddenly I'm not hungry anymore. I think I'll pass on the dinner tonight. Well, it was nice meeting you. Take care. Bye. You know, like it's and look at if you're not if you're on a dating site just to catch a free meal, just to get free food, you are sad. You're really, really low. Like you're really, really low. Like it's really, really sad. Like that's sad. That's really, really sad. And many, many people are like that now. They're just trying to catch a free meal. And with respect to them, let's talk about the positive side. There's a lot of beautiful queens out there. There's a lot of good women that genuinely want love. And there's a lot of good men that want love too. But men, I really, really hope that you get on board with this change, of this wave of change for men. You're starting to see this way. Social media is really, really spreading the message that men need to be disciplined, focused, you need to be in the gym. You need to start becoming your own God and start respecting yourself. You need to start not being afraid to love again. Don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid to, to build up good characteristics about you, good morals about you. Practice what you preach. Get on your knees and fucking pray for real and let it hurt until the good hits you so deep in your gut that it feels good, that it hurts, that your good thinking and your good praying actually hurts you inside. Yeah, man, do the work. Build a better version of yourself, and it starts in your mind. Be connected with from within first. Guys, hey, thanks for listening to me talk tonight. I love you guys so much. Ladies, guys, I wish you all the best. Thank you for coming in and stopping in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And please, if you can, donate. I can really use the help. I appreciate it. You can donate on the front of my YouTube page. You can donate also in the description of this video or any other videos. Thank you so much for stopping in. God bless you, and may God be with you every step of the way and hold you with both his hands and love you and give you the best of everything in this world, giving you the best of health, happiness, and success. And may God be with you every step of the way. And may every day when you wake up in the morning, today, whether it be tomorrow, that your life just continues to elevate over and up and up and higher and higher and higher again. Keep going. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming in. God bless you. Take care. Bye bye.